And this over here is the water tower. I've seen pictures of it. אני ראיתי תמונות.
אז עכשיו זה אמיתי.
עכשיו אני רואה את זה, אני חייב לגעת בו. This is the water tower in Homesh that was the main water tower to feed the entire yeshuv of 70 people that used to live here. When they kicked them out, they destroyed the houses, but they did not destroy the water tower. They painted big words Homesh, so you know that it's Homesh, and it's still here. They say Torah is like water. So there's a yeshiva learning Torah over here, so the yeshiva stayed, and the water stayed. Eitz chaim hi lemachazikim ba. The Torah is like a tree of life, and in order to have trees planting, you need water. We're going to look at the view over here, and then we're going to go plant some trees. The people from IsraelTrees.org, you guys helped donate many trees, over 100 trees, fruit trees, to Homesh before they canceled the law of expulsion. And maybe because we started already planting the trees, Hashem heard the cries in Shemayim, people from all over the world. We're going to give a tree to Homesh to plant. Avichai and his friends already planted them, nachon. After they planted it, a few months later, all of a sudden, they canceled the law. So sometimes when you plant the tree, after you plant the tree, it shakes up the heavens, and then they change the law. The government changed the law, and now Jews can move back into Homesh. And that house that was just destroyed that we just saw, we're going to rebuild it. So let's go look at the view, and then we're going to go plant trees. What are we seeing over here?
זה הר עיבל.
Mount Ebal.
מימין אליו זה הר גריזים. המעמד של הברכה והקללה.
Right. So Har Grizim and Har
הר
Ebal.
עיבל.
זה מסביב לשכם, נכון?
מסביב לשכם.
So we are one of the highest points in the Shomron עכשיו.
כן, בדיוק.
So I heard a story that Prime Minister Sharon came here to Homesh with an American diplomat, and he says the Jews have to stay in Homesh in order to protect the entire land of Israel.
כן.
That's the story here.
זה מדרגות מלפני 20 שנה.
And these are 2-decade-old staircase.
כן.
שהיה פה גם בתים.
כן, פה זה כביש, הכל זה נשאר מה ש...
So this is the original road where the Jews that lived in Homesh resided. This is a communication center over here. You can see for the army, they have a satellite dish over here. And this is a lookout point. We're going to drive to where they planted the trees, but they're in this area right over here.
אתה רואה שם זה השביל שאנחנו צריכים להגיע בו, אתה רואה?
So if you look right down there, in the middle of that valley, just in the valley of Homesh, there's a mountain on the right, there's a mountain on the left. There are some stones in between, and there's a pathway over there. And the boys in the yeshiva planted a whole row of trees to keep the land and to keep it Jewish. And we're going to go there right now and plant even more trees. This is the base medrash, and the lights are off. To save electricity, they shut down the electricity here during the day because they don't have electricity going into the place. This is connected to a battery, a generator battery. So to save electricity, they shut down the lights during the daytime when there's sunlight. So we don't have any lights in here now, but at nighttime they're going to turn on the generator. This is the kitchen of the yeshiva, which is basically in a tent. Yep.
זה ממכל, זה ממלאים מים בתוך מכלים, וזה פה מגיע.
So they have a big tank of water, and they have their candles over here.
גז יש.
They have some gas.
עכשיו מרתיחים קפה.
So they have a gas tank, and they're preparing some tea for us right now. And this is where the boys sleep, right over here. וואו, אז יושנים פה ממש פנימייה.
בחורף ישנים בפנים, בקיץ בחוץ.
וואו.
בקיץ חם נורא פה, אז ישנים כולם בחוץ, מתחת לעצים, בקיץ.
So in the summertime, they sleep outside under the trees?
כן.
Now we're standing by the toilet area of the yeshiva, the fancy 5-star hotel toilets, this wood shack over here, and explain.
בגלל שאין פה הרבה מים, אז שירותים אקולוגיים.
It's an ecological bathroom because there's no water. So they have a simple wood door. There's a thing over here.
נוסעים, הם מפנים את הפח ורוקעים אותו רחוק.
So they take the can of the bathroom stuff and then they dispose of it in a safe place. And instead of using water, משתמשים בעץ או משהו כזה.
כן, בחול כזה.
They use a sand and some sort of wood shavings to cover up whatever they need to. So that's the bathroom situation in the yeshiva in Homesh.
לך אתננה
trees recently.
את כל הארץ אשר אתה רואה לך אתננה ולזרעך עד עולם לך אתן את הארץ הזאת וברך כל מיני תבואתה לטובה ותן ברכה על פני האדמה.
Okay, so Avichai, I see that this is a shizif, which is a
Yes.
plum, and I see beautiful buds coming out because it's almost Pesach, and you were watering it,
Okay.
you were watering it in the yeshiva for like a month because they dropped it off and you were planting them over time. So it's beautiful. You did a great job, Shekoach, for keeping it alive and growing, and now we're going to plant it. You can see right over here, these are beautiful buds which show that it's alive and growing. And it's going to just grow bigger and bigger and bigger. And over here down, these are already leaves coming out. Not just buds, but actual leaves coming out right over there. What other types of trees did we plant over here? איזה סוג עצים?
יש לנו פה שתי שזיפים,
There's 2 plums over here,
4 לימונים,
4 lemon trees,
3 תפוחים.
3 apple trees,
זה הבוסתן, כאילו יותר הזה.
That's this
למטה
grove.
יש 15 זיתים.
and down there there's
וגם
15,
שורה אחת של רימונים, יש שם גם
15
רימונים.
olives and pomegranates. So it's a nice bustan, mixed grove of different trees
Yeah.
right over here in the valley of Homesh. Okay, let's go plant this one. Let's go for it.
This is what Moshe Rabbeinu wanted to do when he wanted to come into Eretz Israel. And we have the privilege to be able to do it, the merit.
He's mixing the compost together with the native soil to the land. We're going to check the height over here. Bull. Okay, so now we're going to take this knife and we're going to do what we did last time, cut it from the bottom. We're going to start from here. Tizel, watch your finger. What we want to do is keep all of the soil together. So this way, you don't have to count the next tree or turn it the other way. Okay, עכשיו, אתה מושך בכל צד. If you want to see what we're doing here, you can pull out the plastic, and when you keep the soil like this together, this tree is already 1 year old. And because the tree is 1 year old, instead of waiting 3 years for the mitzvah, the biblical law of Orla, which means you can't eat the produce for 3 years, this is already 1 year old, and by keeping the soil together, it's still considered 1 year because the soil is still there, the soil that it grew up in. And now we're just adding more soil, so I guess you can call this transplanting instead of just planting. And now, instead of waiting 3 years, they're going to wait 2 more years for the fruits of this beautiful plum tree to come out, and then you can eat it. And anybody watching this is welcome to come to the valley of Homesh in 2 years from now and eat from these fruits. Or you can come earlier and help water it. Okay, David, we need your help over here.
More?
Yeah, let's go for it. That's the good stuff. Okay. We're doing good. The water drips down the mountain into this big cement area, and it goes all the way into this well that was created, full of water, as you can see. It's got plenty of water in it. Then it goes from the well with this pipe down here. And you can see there's a pipe switch to turn it on, a faucet. It goes all the way down there, and that's how they water the trees.
אפילו שבשמיים בונה ציון וירושלים ומכונן מלכות ישראל רצה השם ארצך והשפיע עליה מטוב חסדך תן טל לברכה וגשמי רצון ורד בעיתם לרבות ערי ישראל ועמקיה ולהשקות בהם כל צמח עץ ונטייתנו העמק שורשיהם וגדל פעריהם למען יפרחו לרצון בתוך שאר עצי ישראל לברכה ולתפארה וחזק ידי כל אחינו העמלים בעבודת אדמת הקודש והפרחת שממתה ברך השם חילם ופועל ידם תרצה השקיפה ממון קודשך מן השמיים וברכך את עמך את ישראל ואת האדמה אשר נתת לנו, כאשר נשבעת לאבותינו, אמן.
Amen. Good job. Okay, yeshkoach. Yeshkoach.
Plant your trees now at IsraelTrees.org.